Good morning, y'all. I don't know if I should be doing this. Maybe I should not be doing this right now. But I think if there's ever a video for anyone to see about me, I hope it's this one. Um, I just probably have I won't say it's one of the worst interviews I've ever had. I think it was exactly what it needed to be. I entered an interview last night knowing that I shouldn't have taken the interview. I'm in a place in my life where my spirit is requiring more of me, and in my spirit requiring more of me, I can't keep making the same mistakes. Like, it's one thing for you to make a mistake and not know the first, second, or third time. But when it's been 10 plus years of making the same mistake, and the mistake is me showing up to jobs knowing damn well, hi, hello, good morning, tough man, how are you? Have you ever bombed an interview? Have you ever had an interview knowing damn well you shouldn't have been there because you didn't actually want that job, but you took it because you need money? Have you ever done that? Let me know. Um, but yeah, I try not to be a chaotic person. I'm not sure if I accomplished that. Um, I knew that when I agreed to do this interview that I shouldn't have done it. And I sat up all night and all morning thinking about if I should write this email to this person I was going to interview with, and I looked up and it was like 8:50. And I kept going back and forth. But you know what? The old me would be like, "Oh my God, what do they think about me?" Like, I don't want them to think this, this, and this. You know what? I actually don't mind what they think about me because it'll just be another story in their arsenal. It'll be another story in my arsenal. But even though I was afraid, even though it was scary, even though I was not wanting to just make a mess, I still made a mess because I wasn't in integrity with myself. I can make a mess when I'm not in integrity with myself. And I told myself I didn't want to make a mess, and I did because I didn't know. I knew that I wasn't going to work with this person. And as I was in the interview, I was saying, "Yes, I could do this. Yes, I could do that." And then halfway through, I actually just literally in the middle of the interview was like, "You know what? Actually, I am not the best person for you because you what this person was trying to do in their career is not worth me just fucking up and making a mess of work that they're trying to do." And I feel like, you know what I'm saying? So I was so conflicted, but at least I told the truth. It was so scary and it was so terrifying to be looking this lady in her eye and just, I don't know what it was. I just couldn't hang. And I'm actually happy that I couldn't hang. Like, I can no longer just lie. I can't lie anymore about who I am, what I want, what I can do, where I'm going, and what I want out of my life. Like, I know exactly what I want. I know exactly who I am. And I have always known. And I have constantly and constantly swallowed my desires and what I wanted because I thought that I was supposed to do this. And I can't even say I blame my family. It's not even like my family I blame. It's like work culture. It's a world that has manufactured this urgency and sense of survival that requires us to say yes to things that it doesn't liven up our spirits. And I told myself that I'm going to honor my pleasure, and if it doesn't liven up my spirit, then I'm not doing it. That's what I told myself. And so even though it was a little messy, even though I got to the finish line a little jankily, I got to the finish line and I was honest and I said, you know what, actually, this is not for me. This is not for me. And I really hope, because who am I to get in the way of what someone needs? Can you imagine starting a job for someone really needs the support and you really need the money, knowing damn well that you got probably 2 weeks, because it always starts the same way. Hey, hi, I'm excited. I can do this. I can do that. Yada, 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 yada. And then I start to wane and I start to procrastinate and I start not to. So my body is showing me the signs that this is not for me. So it's like, why get in the way of somebody else's progress? Why get in the way of someone having support in a way that they actually need with someone who actually wants to do it? Why get in the way of that? Why get in the way of, like, get in the way of somebody else's blessings? Because you can't be honest with yourself, it gets in the way of somebody else's blessings. And I think when you are aware, it's understandable. And I think we are all a little messy and a little chaotic when are unaware, even when we are aware, because that's life and that's how we teach each other lessons and that's how we learn and grow. But like to be fully aware of the fact that you could really have the capacity to fuck something up with someone and continuing to do the thing is crazy. And I'm no longer committed to that. If I'm not aware, is one thing. But for me to be aware, I just literally was in the middle of the interview and I just went, you know what? They asked me, what do I think I can do? What's the best things I think I could do? And I literally am not someone who can lie. Well, I can't lie anymore for the sake of a job. Do I need the money? Yes. But I also have to honor what my spirit is saying because I have to keep reminding myself that, like, I'm a human being. I'm a physical person. I do require nourishment. I do require money for my life and my dreams and my desires. I'm not anti-money. I'm not saying money is bad. I know and recognize I need money. So I just need to align with the opportunities that bring me money in the way that I need to. And it's completely and absolutely risky what I did today. It's complete and you know, it was a mess. It's not my best or my great work. And I hope I have the opportunity to redeem myself with this person. Because this person is connected in all the ways that I would love to be connected. But I also can't act like this will be the only time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how the universe works. Like, the universe wants to make sure that you are standing on business. There's no, like, all the things that this person is doing, it would behoove me to work with this person, work under this person. And I think that's the thing. Like, I don't want to work under this person. I don't want to be. I'm just in a place in my life, and none of this has anything to do with the person I interviewed with. They seem so just everything. They seem so everything, and I'm just like, oh, in awe of them. But I just could not lie to this person. I just wasn't willing to do it. It just wasn't worth it. I wasn't willing to go against myself. I wasn't willing to jeopardize the support that they needed. And, I chose different. And I'm really proud of myself. And, at a certain point, I'm actually just really happy that my capacity to not do things is getting lower and lower and lower. And so, yeah, I'm usually really great at interviews. I'm really great at interviews, but I can't even express to you how long more has been asked of me. And, I've showed up to the call several times and I fell on my face. And I flew sometimes and I fell on my face and I had to learn about what's consistency and what my best pace of life is and what I actually want out of life and what success is. And I have all that knowledge and information. And, I know what I actually do. I'm a creative strategist. I'm a producer. I'm an assistant. I am not. And I thought I was a really good assistant in my 20s. But I'm actually really not. I'm actually not a good assistant. I thought because I was a Virgo and I love to organize but assistant work, you would think I would be a great assistant, but I'm not because I'm an artist. I can make great systems around artistry, but anything else, girl, I was just on here talking about being in integrity with yourself. And I was literally in the middle of an interview and shit wasn't feeling right in my spirit. Not against anything that person, but before I got on that call, I knew I shouldn't have been on that call. And in the middle of that interview, girl, I was like, this is not good for me. Like, it's been a long periodical time of, source just asking what's required of me. And I felt like this past week I've been at a crossroad. And this crossroad is like, are you the person that you know yourself to be? And are you the person no, it did be like that. Like, you know. So I'm at a crossroad. I told myself that I'm no longer interested in being everything for someone. And I'm not interested in being everything for myself. I'm not interested in grinding and helping people build things And not in the sense I'm not willing to collaborate, but I've just spent the last 10 years grinding. Hits when it hits. It do. I'm just not I told myself I'm no longer putting myself in position to be everything for someone else. And that's not no shade, no tea to the person that I was interviewing with, but, like, by the time as Black entrepreneurs and creators, by the time we realize we need help, A, sometimes it'd be very late. B, we don't fully understand who we need. And C, we really be needing a team for real. Like, and I think that's what breaks my heart around just Black artistry and Black creativity. Like, we know how to get out of the mud. We understand innovation. We know how to do the best with what we got. And I just think energetically where we're going and what outside is looking like outside, it is literally required to make a community out of the things that you do. Like, it's literally required. And I've continuously put myself in positions. I've continuously positions for myself as a freelancer. I've continuously tried to be the marketer, the graphic designer, the social media person, do everything. Because I was, like, convinced that I don't need help. I can't ask nobody for help. I don't want to be a burden. Like, I've swallowed my own desires and my own dreams because I couldn't even ask for help. What? And then by the time I needed help, it was A, too late. C, the burden was already big enough for even one other person to do that I wasn't paying. Like, so, and money isn't everything, but it's like resourcing. Can you, like, drop somebody $5 for a coffee? Can you give somebody a ride? Can you know what I'm saying? Like, it goes beyond money, but I just really think that when it comes to me collaborating and working with other people, what is required is just this understanding of, like, how are we how are we creating this ecosystem? Like, how are we creating the support system for each other? Like, because I think it's really clear the role that money is going to play in these next few years. Because money is seeming like it's getting, I won't say sparser and sparser because I don't speak that level of scarcity on everybody because not everybody's experiencing that. But it seems really clear that people are gonna have to get real innovative without money. So I just feel like now I just want to start thinking about what can I provide to people that isn't completely money based if I don't have it. How am I nourishing and speaking to somebody else's mind, body, and spirit? How am I speaking life into somebody else's dreams? How are we speaking life into each other and the world around us? Like, that is really, really, it's not, no, it's not stretching. Yes, like, money really is just not. And I think that's where innovation is born. And it just ain't, there's nothing in this capitalistic Western society that is going to, it can't help us. It can't get us to where we're trying to go because it's already clear that it's saying, like, this way don't work no more. And a lot of people going to be in a root of awakening when they fully recognize that. And it's so interesting because I spent the last 5 years just kind of like decolonizing. Like, me and my partner, we stopped buying from Amazon. We love music. We turned off the Spotify. Like you stopped paying for your subscription. Like, we've just been so aware of who we're supporting with our dollars and our attention and our views. Like, it was that real and that serious for us. Because me and my partner's like, this shit is not working. This shit is not working. Like, people really think that election day is when they're voting. Like, y'all niggas be voting every single day with where you spend your money, where you spend your time, where you spend your energy, your attention, your views. This is an attention economy. What? Like, 20 hours on TikTok, and that 20 hours you could have been painting something, outside taking a walk, calling a friend. Like, you broke down and got it back. Like, I'm glad you're back. Like, I'm happy you back. Like, period. You must be on this whole dope ass adventure. I'm happy, and I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you creating and dilly-dallying. Like, literally, the role that play and artistry is about to, we need to just really figure out how to fucking play again. Because, like, that's some nourishing ass shit. Like, so the last 5 years have been definitely hard, very difficult. I almost lost my apartment behind this fucking decolonizing, removing myself from just a lot of convenience. Like, it's been so hard, but, like, as I see where the world is going, I'm like, that's what the last 5 years have been for. I've been decolonizing my mind, my body, my spirit, my spirit, how I'm in community, how I do therapy, how I heal myself, like fully just taking myself out of what I thought life should be and fully stepping into how life needs to be for me and my spirit. And so that's why I was in that interview today, like, you know what? I'm sorry, thank you, but no thank you. And when I tell you this person is connected in all the ways that I want to be connected in the industry, but I was not willing to fuck up what they had going on. A no for me. Like, I I literally told them, I said, you know what? I don't know if you're a spiritually aligned person, but I apologize. I am not in integrity in this moment, and I'm not speaking in integrity, and your work and your artistry requires me to be honest with myself because I'm not willing to fuck up what you got going on here. Mind you, I need the money. They be golden handcuffs. That is such a great way to put it. Golden handcuffs. That's dead ass what it be. That's dead ass what it be. That's really good. I feel like one of those podcasts. Right. That's very much what it's giving. Oh my gosh. Like, that's very much what it's giving. And it's like, Source knows what Source be doing. Source is like, hey, this is everything that you say you thought you wanted and you think you wanted. I want to know what you're going to do with this. Like, that's literally how it felt. I had that moment several times over my life. And I think I read my pattern this morning. My pattern said that now until September 7th is a karmic loop. And it's pretty much I'm being presented with the question. And first of all, I'm not like someone who like lives and dies by horoscopes or patterns and all of those things, because grain of salt and you make it what you want. Not going to deny cosmic energy. Gut check it. And the crazy thing is, I was checking in with my body and my body wasn't even telling me, which told me that I knew exactly what I needed to do based on past experience. Because I always sit with my body and I ask myself. So I asked myself, or no, I told myself, I said, I'm going to work with this person. And I got quiet and checked in with my body. And then I was like, I'm not going to work with this person. And I checked in with my body. And like, it was, I usually can feel it harder, but I don't know, maybe because I'm a Virgo and I have gut issues, I couldn't be feeling it. Chani be having kernels of truth. No, that Chani app, there are very few apps that I be fucking with. Mind you, I don't even really fuck with tropical astrology, but Chani app be hitting. I definitely did do the like 30-day free premium. The Chani app be hitting. So I will say I do fuck with Chani. I do fuck with Chani. Chani. But I just couldn't even feel my body. And so I was like, I just feel like it's really clear. It's just really clear what needed to be done. And so it was messy. I ideally would have just wished that I could have just sent them an email saying, hey, actually, I can't do it. But I also feel like that person was worth me saying it to them, and they might think differently. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. No matter how far it. Yeah, that's a good reminder. That's why they call you the Oracle for real. Damn, I needed to hear that. Oh, I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that. Yeah. They literally asked me, how do you think you could best support me? And I was like, I just got quiet. And I said, you know what? I can't. And I really hope I get to meet this person again. Um, in some ways I do, in some ways I don't. I also know that maybe in some ways, maybe they learned something about that experience from me. And I don't know if that sounds very egoic, but maybe I don't know, maybe they'll move differently in terms of the support they need and making sure someone can really support them. I learned something in that moment about myself. I'm sure they learned some, at every moment we're a teacher and a student. I'm sure. Oh God. I literally was like, ma'am, I'm sorry. This is the worst interview I've ever had in my life. I was like, but I cannot fake the funk anymore. And people talk about getting older and like everyone can't wait to be an old person because they can speak their mind, say what they say. I think I'm there. I think I'm there. And I'm happy to fucking be here because I can't tell you how many times I've just swallowed my truth for somebody else. And I wasn't willing to swallow the truth for myself, and I wasn't willing to swallow the truth for them either because I was not willing to fuck up what they had going on. As another Black artist, are you crazy? Like, I'm not to go fuck up nobody's shit. As another artist, no. Like, when you talk about community care, that's fucking community care. I might have wasted a little bit of their time because I knew ahead of time that I didn't want to do this interview, but I just was so unclear that I just got dressed and hopped on a camera anyway. But like you said, oh, thank you. No, that's some real, like, diabolical shit to, like, know that you about to fuck up somebody's the shit and you continue to fuck up somebody's shit. That's some really crazy shit to do. It's one thing to be unaware about it, but to be aware of it and do it anyway, I'm just not, because I know the capacity I have for being disruptive. I'm a very disruptive person. Like, fucking, I'm ruled. But will people do that? Right. Will people do that? What you doing? Are you dressed? You trying to come on live? What's tea? Because you spitting facts. What's tea? Honestly, I respect it if you're like, I'm gonna send this out, but we can like hop on live. If you want to do a schedule, give it a respect, respect, respect. Okay. Okay, well we gonna have to plan one because you be spitting. You really be spitting. Like, you really be spitting. So maybe we could do something, as you mentioned, like us kind of collabing. Do one and see how we feel and seeing the data and seeing where we could go from there if we liked it or not. I'm all about like let's see where it can go. And Gab. Yes. Oh my god. No, you've been spitting facts this morning too. Yeah. Yeah. Let's play. Let's play. Yeah. I'm down to play. Let's play. Oh god. And I'm really proud of myself because normally I'm like, oh my god, what does this person think of me? But yeah, I'm gonna look back on this and probably have secondhand embarrassment and cringe maybe somewhere down the line. But I also know that's gonna be worth it. I also have a feeling that it's going to be worth it. And there's so much on the line for me that I'm not willing to compromise because I'm not in integrity with myself and because I'm believing this understanding that I have to be in survival mode and struggle and fight for everything when it's really clear to me that there are opportunities. I'm fully aware of opportunities in my purview that is giving me the opportunity to live the life the way that I want to. I literally have an opportunity lined up. I also still wanted to be responsible and have like, I don't know when that opportunity is going to kind of come into play. It's there, but I also wanted to just be responsible and have something to sustain me. Um, while the opportunity comes to play. So that was the whole reason why I took this interview. I was like, let me be responsible until this thing works out. But I could not do it. And I had to remind myself that if my spirit is the crazy thing is questioning the all-knowingness that we're all connected to. Like for us to all be spiritually aligned beings and to constantly tell our spirit, what do you know? It's crazy. Be responsible. Yeah, that is the programming. It's the programming. And I had to learn the balance because before I was very much like, let's follow our spirit. So I've had to learn the balance between following my spirit, honoring my heart, my body, and my mind. Because it's a symphony. We got to make sure all the instruments are tuned. So There have been times I've listened to my spirit, not honoring the physical. This time I listened to my mind, not honoring my heart and my spirit. Sometimes my heart would be like, so I had to learn the delicate balance. But like, this was a logically spiritual, a spiritually logical decision because I'm fully aware of an opportunity that's quite literally been handed to me of exactly what I want. That I'm also scared to connect with because I'm like, oh my God, what? What does this mean? I've just been sitting with, and I'm probably gonna say this and probably get off, but I've literally, yesterday morning, I asked myself, like, why is scarcity comfortable? And because scarcity wasn't always comfortable for me, but it became, like, survival and fighting and struggle and scarcity wasn't comfortable, and then it became comfortable. So how can I be uncomfortable in it enough to align myself with the opportunities and resources that are in the places that I want to, which are expansive and abundant and will take me to the places that I want to fucking go. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think there's not merit to survival. I don't want to say merit. Like, survival is literally just anxiety on 10,000 million. And a lot of it, I don't even know what I was going to say. I lost my train of thought. But, because I mean, it's time for me to go. That's what that means. But yeah, I made a spiritually logical decision because I'm fully aware of other opportunities that scared the fuck out of me. I'm just as scared about this opportunity that will give me the life that I'm looking for and give me the opportunity for the life I'm looking for. I'm scared about that, and I was scared to lie to this person about working with them. So it's fear on both sides, but like, what fear am I willing to step out of my comfort zone for? Because it's going to be fear, and I am afraid, and I am anxious regardless. But it's like, what fear takes me to where I'm trying to go? Because it's going to be discomfort. Survival isn't sustainable, like, at all. And I've been in that shit for so long. It's really not sustainable. So, I'm afraid either way, but it's like, bro, I'm gonna be afraid and thrive and fly and fucking get the life that I want. Like, I have no idea how it's gonna work out, but at least it's in alignment with what I've been calling in and asking for. So they're scary because it's new, and they're scary because I know shit's gonna not end well. Because I already know how it was gonna go. I already knew how I was gonna go with this person I was gonna work with today, and I know after 2 weeks I was gonna fuck some shit up with them, and I just didn't want to damage that because people are worth too much to me. People are worth too much to me for me to not be honest. I'm doing it. The road less traveled. What the No, honestly. I'm gonna say this last thing. I saw this thing yesterday, and it was saying, like, clarity comes when you walk the path. And I was like, shit, that's crazy. Anyway, that's all I got. That's all I got. So if there's ever a video that someone's all about me, it'll be this one. I can be disruptive, I can be messy, I can be complex. But one thing about it, I'm always gonna be in integrity with myself. Because I'm no longer willing to live with the discomfort that presents itself in my body when I'm not being honest with myself. It just doesn't feel good. And I can't stuff it down anymore. Even if I tried, I couldn't. I've been too sick. I've been too worn down. Probably for good reason. I've been so worn down by sickness that I can't even hold that level of discomfort in my body anymore. I quite literally throw it out. So, finger clap. Well, I don't know who's gonna see this video in the future. I'm happy you're here now. Thank you for sharing your wisdom. We're gonna have to connect about this live because we're gonna have to talk it out. Talk it out. But that's all I got. Bye.